All right, I might be a little bit pissed. I shot video all the way back from my pickup. I shot almost one continuous video. And I had to change batteries. My batteries for my Sony are kind of old. And to be honest with you, it died on 2 of them, and I believe I lost the video. Now I have a battery in it, and hopefully memory will save it. When I get back to the pickup, I will try, but I'm gonna be thunder pissed if I lost that video. But anyhow, I believe over one hill is where Jeff went up. I'm gonna go up and through. I might just shoot right through that saddle, come right up, except for I want to see that cave. We'll have to investigate it a little bit. Look at that slick rock. When a guy thinks this shit's flat and you can just zip right up there, I got 2 words for that: my ass. This is more than I thought it was going to be. It is like a whole nother world. I know I keep saying that, but it just is. Those cliff faces, I keep expecting to see mountain goats. In Colorado, that's the stuff. If you got a mountain goat tag, this is what you want. Oh, Jip. I was wondering what the hell she was doing. She loves to chase reflections. When she was little, we thought it was cute to tease her with a laser, and then figured out that might not be the smartest thing to do. But anyhow, I really hope I can salvage that. Maybe once I plug it into the computer and get it on the hard drive, maybe I can do some kind of a recovery program and get it. I don't know. Anyhow, by the time I get to the next one, I'll have cooled off and I won't be bumming. All right, later. Whew. All right. Here is the big fish hook. There is no way that rock is up there. Not happening. Jeff Claw hiked it. If you look at the bottom of this, the bottom's all wrong. Anybody going up here would have shot caves. Right up there's that flat top rock. Brain farted for a second. But right here is that center ground. Holy hell. I'll tell you what. For it really not being that far, I wish I would have remembered to turn the map on when I left the pickup. My dumbass forgot. But man, look at those hoodoos up there. You got these edges. I really wish a camera would do them justice. I don't know how to capture this to where a person can get the actual detail of it. This isn't just a walk in the park. I know I keep saying that over and over and over. I want to emphasize to people that are not from here, when you have these guys from here that come up here, you better give them some respect, because those guys are going through hell just to come out and try to find anything. I mean, it's the only way I know how to put it. You can try to... When I pictured this, looking at maps, I really thought this was all just easy going, kind of a gravy train, and if the hike to the mine, now I keep giving the excuse I only slept for 2.5 hours, but that hike alone was an ass kicker. And then to come over the pass into Picture Canyon, out onto this, as if that uphill isn't enough to make a guy not want to do it again. Because I'll be honest, I do a lot of hiking, a lot of walking, and I was not ready for this. I cannot believe how much quartz there is. Unless that's what that is, eroding out. But there are... everywhere you look, there's a hole in the rock. Now, most of them only go a couple of feet you can see in them. And I know people are going to be pissed. Why didn't you go here? Why didn't you go there? I hope I don't have to go over another hill. The only thing I can say is hopefully the guys that hike this a lot will kind of give you a rundown on what this is like, because it is insane. You'd think you could just go right up there and go up that like stair steps, get up on the top and woohoo! That ain't happening. That's the way a lot of these rocks are. Now I'm kind of hoping that chute that I'm looking for is a little bit easier to get up. I still think I should go over this saddle and then just drop in, but we'll check it out. If we got to backtrack and climb back up that way, that's what we'll do. All right, later. Okay, we got to go over one more hill. But this is that slot canyon that goes up to the same canyon we want. Want to fiddle around down in here in the mouth of this a little bit, but kind of want to give you an idea. We went across this, and to be honest, maps and just looking at it do not give it justice. We came over to the easy one so we could get down, and it's a job. Let's go down a little ways and see if we can see these. There's no easy way across it. If you go a mile out here, you went a mile that you earned. I don't care what anybody says, you can't take that away from anybody. And the guys that come out here over and over and over, hats off to you. I really wish my video camera would not have died. Guess that's what happens when you don't use it for a couple of years. The batteries just lose their lifespan. This tells you how steep it is. Look at Jip. Her butt's higher than her head. And that's just her front legs apart. See these boulder fields? We went in right where that balloon's up there. At the bottom of the brush, right at that big tannish rock. Alrighty. Once we get down in here, what I'm looking for is that cave behind the boulder. And I think if we have to, we're going to come down and around. I'm not sure I want a mountain goat up over that. Not unless we go on an angle and then come back in. We'll figure that out then. Alright. Jip's going the wrong way. Maybe she's not. She knows what she's doing. Alright, catch up after a bit. Later. Houston, we may have a problem. Okay, this is the first waterfall. Well, you can see how smooth that rock is from that water. It must have came down like crazy once, because this bad boy's wedged in here tighter than a bull's ass. So it looks like what we may have to do is figure out, look at that quartz in there. Huh. What we might have to do is try to figure out another way, which what I'm thinking is, if we go back, we're going to have to retrace ourselves all the way back up to there. And then that grassy hill, go up over it, and hope like hell we can find us a spot to come down into this canyon. So anyway, we're gonna have to figure that out. It's noon right now, so we've got a little bit. But, yeah, This is what it looks like. All right, we're gonna figure this out and then carry on with the mission. All right, we tried getting up on top of that and coming around to try to drop in up there by that, whatever the hell that is. That isn't very, it didn't turn out to be nothing, but it's about a 20-foot ledge. And this is just one climb after another. But it goes up around to the right. And if I remember right, when Robin was dropping down into that, he was coming across a grassy hill. And I'm kind of wondering if instead of dropping down here, if I shouldn't have went ahead and just went up and over that saddle. But when I looked at it on maps, it looked like there was a ledge. So it's kind of one of those cases of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I think if a guy could get back up above those climbs, I think a guy could do it. In fact, it might be easier to push over the top into Joe May and come back around that way. I don't know. We're having some trail mix. I got Jippy a bowl of water. She's got enough treats for her damn army because my dumbass forgot to check these. And so from hunting season to now, that one might be good. That one isn't. That one isn't. That one isn't. This one might be good and this one might be good. But I might be contending with some dog farts tonight. Gonna have to freeze. Keep the windows cracked, I guess. But she's doing pretty good. Oh, Jippy. Yeah. You doing good? You gonna say hi to everybody? Are you? I think she's wondering what the hell we're doing, to be honest with you. I'd like to get back to the pickup early. I'm going to run down to the refuge and see if I can charge some batteries. I should have known to check that camera a month ago. I mean, these, where is it? All right. Uh-huh. Just a sec. All I have is a Sony Handycam, but it has a 70 times zoom and it's got the Zeiss glass. The lenses are awesome. I just hope, I know it won't compete with the new ones, but these old batteries, I used to have a ton of them, and I mean, I still have all of them, but what I didn't count on was my batteries being dead. And what's funny is, I think I put it in one of these little bags. That's what I store the batteries in. But my Sony battery lasted day 1, day 2, and died coming across here. So I'm gonna run over to the refuge once I get out of here and charge it for sure if they got an outdoor plug. I hope they have an outdoor plug. I'm gonna be able to get a little bit more footage with that. I like this one because if you zoom in with these real slow, and the trouble that I'm having is the screen is so small, and I really hope I got some good footage with it. But I'm using my phone now, and I'm pretty sure it won't be as clear as my phone, but hey, it is what it is. All right, we're gonna finish our snack. I'm gonna let Gypsy have the opportunity to finish her water, and if she doesn't want her water, I'm gonna pour it back in the bowl or in the jug. One thing out here, just because I have extra water doesn't mean I'm gonna throw any away. All right, but yeah, going in this way. Good luck with that. Later. All right. So we climbed up here to check out some of these holes, and that is exactly what most of this is, I mean, like this is, goddamn. This is what it's like. You have a lot of flaky stuff. That's what all that is. It's falling down in there. You got enough shit in there to kill off a tribe in Guyana. But these rocks that we climbed to get up here, this shit is like walking on knife edges. One thing that I can say for sure, I think that rock is in there. I just ain't sure how to get in there. And I don't want to get into something and then not be able to get out. And I know Gypsy is not going to let me go it alone. So I think what we're gonna do is head back down to the pickup, maybe take a break, and then we're either going to run over and try to charge batteries if there's an outdoor plug-in. I hate to go down there for no plug-in, but I hate to keep going down to 2 cameras. But at least I can run my phone off an external battery pack, and I can run my other camera off of a external battery pack, and I brought 5 of those, so it isn't like we're reduced to 1. Yeah, I came up to see that because that damn thing looked like a perfect M. And then the closer I got to it, the less it looked like an M. I wish I could remember how the hell we came up this. This sure don't look like the way we came up. All right. Once we, man, poor Jip. There you go, girl. Hopefully we're experiencing some shit of which we are not used to. So anyhow, here's another little nothing burger. It's kind of what that rock is. I know it's back up in here. I just don't know how to get to it. But I remember Robin Sidehill, and in his video, he shows himself walking through some grass. And the only thing I can think of, he shot up. And then once you get past all that, the only thing I'm seeing is all those cliff faces. Unless that crazy son of a bitch, if he climbed up all those waterfalls and then hiked it out. If he did that, that rock can stay a mystery for the rest of its life. I could care less. I'm not doing that. I wouldn't. J-Chuck, if you catch this, that rock is nothing more than a goddamn distraction, kind of like half the rest of the shit that goes on in this. But anyhow, I'll catch you later. There it is. Perfect capital M, if you ask me. You could chase yourself right up your own ass if you wasn't careful up here. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna haul ass. Alright, so here is the front side of this looking east. I might be looking a little southeast. If we come up on this hill, Alamo Road is out here somewhere. I am not sure where. I think Picture Canyon is that. But I'm kind of bummed. That was a waste of time, waste of energy, and all it did was confirm maybe none of us know what the hell we're talking about. I will tell you guys one thing, that I am considering, if I find anything, I will drop a pin, and that way we will know 100% where everything is. Now look right up there. Another damn M. Sorry about making you puke. I'm just trying to get the old zoomer out. Yeah, I wish Gypsy would have stayed in the bottom of that. I'm gonna have to put some Neosporin on those pads. She's not going to like me for that. I hate to do that because then I think it softens them, and then she's more susceptible to injury as opposed to, I don't know, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, if you know what I mean. But I just do not want, I don't want her to hurt them feet. She's my best hiking buddy. I don't have Honey with me. Honey is my son's dog. And she goes with us when the kid's at work and things like that. But, I mean, they're full sisters. But Gypsy's my dog and Honey's the kid's, so it just kind of is what it is. You know what would piss me off? If Robin found the same thing, made some extravagant camera work, and no, Gyp, that goddamn rock was in something like this. That's kind of how we ended up going this way. I started finding all kinds of sandstone, but I think it's that lower sandstone that's breaking off. And so I followed out that wash, but I started wondering about that. But I do remember, while it's on the back side of this, holy shit, that looks like almost a perfect circle. I can't tell if it is or if it isn't. I'm gonna try to zoom in on this. Right there it is. And that's pretty much all I got. I know one thing. It is just about time for a break. I'm ready to have a decent drink of water. Maybe once we get over, yeah, we're gonna work this down and around, and once we get back over there where I came in at, and then we'll have a drink of water. But yeah, I don't know, unless I really see anything to really show going back. Hell, there's another arch, or one of them. Whoa. It's hard to freehand this. Alright. Hopefully. Alright. I'm going to cut this and see. I was hoping I could see the pickup over there. Not a chance. Alright. We got a hell of a walk that way. So we're going to follow this and then drop down into it and start working our way back over there. Alright, later. I don't know if anybody ever wants to add to this or not, but just a little something for the guy that created all this fiasco. Alive, dead, no matter what, he got people out here to experience and see something that you really have to see firsthand to appreciate. Once I get over here a little ways, I want to shoot back, and I don't know, I may have to really map the hell out of this, and doesn't matter. In all honesty, that rock means absolutely nothing. Tomorrow, I'm going to go into Picture Canyon from Cow Camp. And then I want to check a few things out. I think everybody knows that. Well, by the time these are uploaded, it won't matter, but I was going to explain my laser to J-Chuck. I didn't realize I had him thinking of the carpenter's tools. The lasers I have two of them. One does a grid pattern. And the other one shoots about well, just straight lines 10 miles. But when I was in the mine, they were what we used in case of fire. That draw right there, for anybody that wants to come out and try to find that rock, alright, you notice, we'll call that knife edges on the squat hit. That's what we call those at home, so I have no idea what to call it. And that draw is, I believe that's a draw. I shouldn't have screwed around with going around trying to find all the other crap. I should have shot straight up, over, dropped in, and I believe I would have had that rock. I just am 100% convinced about that. When I look at this, nothing about this matches up. It's all too sharp. It's like little steeples up in there. It's definitely throw maps out the window. And just, it's the only thing I know to do. So I want to debunk that covered up cave. I have achieved some goals that I would set for myself, and in a couple of things I'm kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed that I underestimated this the way that I did. I thought this would be like what I'm used to at home, and I could get away with a half-assed breakfast, a half-assed dinner, and go for the amount of time that I do elk hunting. It's kind of what I was comparing it to. This is more intense than what I thought. Oh man. Whew. Once we get over here, it's taken us an hour to hike around this. Needless to say, I'm wore out. We did some climbing that, to be honest, I didn't think there would be the climbing involved. I should have spent the last couple of months in a lot more rugged, in the snow, more of the nastier shit that I could find. That's my own fault. I underestimated it. And like I've said a couple of times, you guys that live here and come out here, knowing what you're putting yourself through, and to come back and to come back and to come back, whew, my hat's off to you. But we are just about to come back in on our trail. We take a picture in front of that rock just to try to give people that are not here some scale of things. That little black rock on maps kind of looks like this. In person, that's about the size of a 2-bedroom house. So whatever a person thinks, on some things I would say double it, but that's not a good rule of thumb either. I don't know. The only thing I know is I am super glad that I came out here and I'm doing this. I don't have any regrets. I regret I took a digger, and I regret not checking out my camera. Okay, those are the two things that I regret. And either one of them is not a make or break deal, because I have backup systems. I have my laptop, so I can clean off my phone, and well, I can edit these videos on my phone and just title them day 1, day 2. I found the videos on my camera, on my video camera, so I was pretty stoked about that. It's been so long since I used it, I forgot that it does the videos and puts them in a calendar. So my videos start out the 6th, 7th, 8th, I guess today's the 9th. I don't know what the hell the day is, to be honest with you. Day 3. Okay, when you are at that little rock and you're looking at this, you have the knife edges, and then you have that grassy little saddle. I believe Robin went up that And then I think he side hilled to drop down up above that. There ain't a doubt in my mind that's where that rock is. I have a little bit of doubt in my own ability. I mean, if I was in my 20s, 30s, I would be all about it. But I'm kind of hitting that age where if you fall, you pray to God you don't shit when you land. That's supposed to be a joke. I don't know if it's funny or not. Sounded good when I thought of it. Oh, man. I will tell you what. J-Chuck comes up here and destroys this whole range. And he was parking. I think Jeff Claw told me Jay parks down at the refuge center, the visitor center. Okay, from where I'm at, that's about, it's 3 miles from there to Joe May. And I'm a good 4 miles, seems like 10, but I think I'm probably 4 miles up. I'd have to check it out, so don't take that as a gospel. But he was hiking from the visitor center, coming out here, checking out everything he wanted to check out, carrying enough water to do it, plus whatever supplies he carries. Holy shit. I know me and J-Chuck bumped heads when all of this started. He just thought I was another dipshit in the crowd. I thought he was a little prick. But I gotta say, him and Scott Nettle, I have no idea how old Scott is. But if he's my age, I'm thinking both of them would leave me in the dust looking like a monkey. Oh. Yep. We are back on track. Oh man, I wish that was the berm and the pickup was right there. And we could dump the pack, kick back, take Gypsy's saddlebags off. She could take a nap. Anyhow, what I'm saying is tons of respect for you guys that are coming out here. Silver Hills and Jeff Claw. Jeff, for you to come out here and check on that rock. Holy shit. Cameras just don't do it justice. So anyway, kind of thinking once I get back home, the ambulance chasing and all the dumb shit, I don't think I'm going to cover this in the same regard that I was. I think, if anything, what I would try to do is maybe maybe do map videos. If anybody had any questions, maybe do videos. People that want to come in from other places and don't believe everything that you've already heard. Maybe do some videos like that. Alright, I think we are gonna drop down into this wash and take a break. We have to go up and over, up on top of that hill. We had to see the pickup. Whew. At least we'll be back in the daylight. And have us a dinner, and then maybe I gotta remember how we came down. I don't want to come in a mile below my pickup, and I don't want to come in a mile above it. Jippy, are you getting thirsty? You want some water? She turned her head pretty good, huh? Okay. We are going to get us a drink of water and take 5. I don't see anybody else out here trying to run a foot race with us. Tell you what, I thought that was just going to be a short out and back, give it hell, run right up there, and it's a little bit more than the guy thinks. All right, I'll catch you later.